Hello and welcome to this first game of a best out of 3 between RoX.KIS and iNfernity Gaming. These two teams will fight each other to go to the LAN finals in Poland because we are in the group stages. We are in Group B for the RaidCall EMS One Summer 2013. Group stages, that's what I said. So Group B, for RoX or iNfernity, it is game 1, best out of 3, who will join Fnatic in their group to be on the top 2, and the top 2 will indeed go to their playoffs. Of course, I'm not by myself. This time though, we have got a first timer, we have got my sister co-casting, Tigrish. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hi.
Always wanted to say that, that was cool. So, you haven't casted before?
No.
You're not a professional player?
No, actually, no. And I want to apologize in advance that I know almost, well, I know next to nothing about stuff. So,
Well.
I don't know, I'm just gonna let you do your thing and whatever. This is probably gonna be a one-time thing. I'm really glad you don't have that many viewers at the moment, because they're all gonna hate me probably, but you know.
The whole idea about casting, I think, is to make sure that people have an enjoyable viewing experience, and I think you can do that. I think you can do that just fine. So, just to go over the draft real fast, because we already got a lot of cores being picked up here. We've got Bat and Wisp getting banned out, no surprise there. Gyrocopter Darkseer banned out, no surprise there. And a Lone Druid Lifestealer for iNfernity, so two very heavy cores. It looks like there wasn't a patch to begin with. And a Treant and a Weaver for RoX.
This is the part where I say something, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay, well, I can say that, I'm a big fan of Treant Protector.
Why?
I am very surprised at how well his armor is helping everyone, especially when you're playing against him. It's super annoying when someone you're almost killing suddenly gets armor and gets away with it, you know, like with his life. So, yeah. I've seen him picked up more often recently.
Yeah?
Well, recently, yeah, since that was buffed. Because I remember flaming some of my mates for choosing him because he was the most worthless hero ever, but all that has changed.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he wasn't even one of the heroes that got buffed that much, and even before the patch, he already was starting to shine a bit in popularity, but people just started to appreciate him more and more, and yeah, that was indeed is a hero that we have seen just a lot more. Weaver combined with the Treant Protector is actually very good. Weaver is played on the offlane sometimes, and I mean, he doesn't really have an easy time normally on the offlane, but if you have a Treant Protector with it, like, you can almost make any hero do okay in a solo lane, and that is indeed what a Treant Protector does. Bane being picked up by iNfernity, so a counter to Lifestealer, picked up on the side of the Lifestealer just to deny that. With the Rubik banned out means that RoX is gonna have no hands in that. And they pick up a Lich, which is nice, because then they can deny.
I have a question.
Yes.
I saw a video on Reddit today. It was about Lifestealer and about some guy who tried to like use his Lifestealer slow, but apparently the range has been decreased, and so he kept telling his team like, "Oh my god, I can't slow," and then his team was like, "Oh, it's probably just a bug. You probably need to reconnect," even though they all knew that it was just because of the range. And then he disconnected, and everybody was laughing at him. But is that really like a big setback for a Lifestealer that he can't slow from such a great distance anymore?
It is actually, well, it depends. It is a pretty big nerf if he's by himself. By the way, you have to just toggle your microphone on and off again, because apparently your microphone is still muted in the game. Just toggle it on and off in the audio settings.
Okay.
That should be working. But yeah, you're right. I mean, Lifestealer has been nerfed, but if you combine him up now with a hero such as the Bane, that will just set up with the Nightmare, allows the Lifestealer to actually walk up to his target before open wounding. He's not really nerfed that much. I mean, he used to be the one to initiate. He can't do that anymore, but if you pick up a Bane or a Shadow Demon or a Rubik, you can still do it. And with the Shadow Demon and the Rubik banned out, Bane is the one thing that you still have left, so iNfernity picked that one up. Picked also the Enchantress up, so we'll see that one going into the jungle. So it kind of says that we're going to see a dual lane, probably with Bane and Lifestealer there, Lone Druid on the off lane, and we're only missing a mid hero for them still, unless we're going to see some unorthodox laning from them.
Who do you think they're gonna pick?
Well, there is still so many offlane heroes still left. We have Queen of Pain, Storm Spirit.
No, I mean for their middle hero.
Yeah, Queen of Pain, Storm Spirit.
Oh.
And for example, both of those heroes work very nice together with the Lifestealer, because you can infest. And then you can jump up on someone.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna vote Storm Spirit.
Okay, we'll see if they abide by your vote, or however you say that. We'll see what RoX will pick up next. I mean, they've got a Weaver, they've got their two supports as well. could run the Lich on the off lane. We've seen that before, and that would mean that they could still pick up a support. But they picked themselves up the Queen of Pain, and that means that because the first pick goes to iNfernity, that they have hereby already secured the solo lane that they want to have, and they can ban the one that they don't want to have facing up against that Queen of Pain. But having a bit of extra say in the matter. Of course, we still have the Puck in the pool as well. Could be a good hero up against that Queen of Pain as well.
10 seconds remaining.
I just had a complete brain fart, but yeah, what you said, it sounded awesome.
Thanks. It was awesome. I know. That's all that matters.
Reserve time.
But yeah, Queen of Pain is considered to be not really a counter towards the Puck, and vice versa. Puck Queen of Pain is basically a skill matchup. But if you have a choice, do you want a skill matchup or do you want to know for sure that you can win your lane? Well, you go for the latter. So Puck might still be a ban out here for RoX. Let's see what iNfernity is going to ban out, because they will need to decide what RoX will still want to do with their last pickup. And they can actually do so much. They can still go for a carry, they can still go for a support. It's all possible. What do you think about a Lich off lane?
I think
Solo
that
offlane.
sounds solo.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you can deny stuff, so I guess if he hugs the tower, it should be alright. But it's not gonna win anything. He's not gonna
True.
win the lane.
It's not gonna win the lane. It is gonna help
Unless
deny farm.
he has like level 16, he has an awesome ulti somehow when they try to gank him. It has happened.
Good point. If you're up against a solo lone druid with a Lich, which is probably not going to happen, but if it's possible, there is still going to be, of course, that bear and the master. If they walk too close together, it's going to be bad news. Microing is going to be key for that combination. But I'm expecting Lifestealer and Bane to be on the top lane then. And I think we're just going to have to wait and see what RoX picks up last, what they're going to be doing with their Weaver. We've seen them play Weaver before. I mean, we saw RoX just playing up against... what were they again? Kada! There we go. And they won versus Kada 2-0, and they used Weaver in both of the games that they played. Used him on the farming role. So you might see that. And we actually have the OD being banned out. OD would win against the Queen of Pain. As we know that OD would win against almost anybody in the middle lane. As he is such an annoying hero. Yeah, because you can... Like, if you're up against the Queen of Pain can harass you. Like, that's her thing. And she can blink and all that stuff, but she can't do it if she doesn't have mana. And if that OD spams out Astral Imprisonment, that Queen of Pain will not have mana and will lose the lane. And you can deny experience with that Astral Imprisonment as well. If you do it on the right time, like if you do it just before that Queen of Pain would otherwise get a hit, get a creep, can just deny the creep. No experience for the Queen of Pain.
Very clever.
Reserve time.
Indeed. Let's see if they're going to be picking up that Storm Spirit that you want to have, seeing, I want to see.
I hope so.
Otherwise, there is still the Puck in the pool. I would actually like to see a Beastmaster maybe even. Like a fairly... Nah, it's still a Puck.
Oh, this...
Radiant team.
Oh, skill matchup it is. It is a fun matchup to watch, purely because it's so even. Like, there's no clear winner between a Puck and a Queen of Pain. It all depends on who initiates and who responds fastest, and if Queen of Pain can bait out the phase shift that the Puck has.
Yeah, and he can dodge a bunch of stuff with that phase shift. It's very annoying.
Yeah, but because Queen of Pain knows that, her abilities, for example, her Shadow Strike, you can actually cancel that so that you still, it looks like you're gonna do it, but then you can try to bait out that phase shift so you can like...
So you make like a little tiny dance, because she turns around when she does that. Yeah.
She makes her animation, but you can stop mid-animation. And there we have a Razor. This is considered a counter, rather, towards and a Lifestealer and the Lone Druid. Either you go for that on the Bear, and the Bear will have to back off because you don't want to give Razor that much attack damage. And that will mean that Razor will not get entangled. And you can also use it against a Lifestealer. And if he rages, his BKB, like his BKB skill, it doesn't get rid of the static link.
Okay, well I'm just really glad we're out of the picking phase, because that took way too long.
Well, it's a very, it was a very long pick phase. It took a long time to decide what they were gonna play last. But let's see who's playing what. So we have RoX. They are on the Radiant side for this first game. Of course, quick recap of what we're watching. If you just tuned in, we are watching RoX taking on iNfernity Gaming. The winner of this best out of 3 will be joining Fnatic in their Group B top 2, and the top 2 goes to the LAN playoffs in Poland. This is game 1, so everything is still possible, and Yul will be playing the Treant Protector for this game. Vanscore will be on the Lich. We're having BZZ on the Queen of Pain, probably taking on that mid role. We'll be having Tepo playing the Weaver, who has played the Weaver in the last game that we saw as well. And then the last one, it is ZXC. It's not a stand-in, but it is ZXC playing the Razor this game. It looks like he might actually be solo bottom. And then we might have an aggressive trial lane top, which is quite surprising. Or maybe, actually, maybe Vanscore is just gonna go deny creeps on that top lane to help with Weaver a bit. We'll see. And to you, iNfernity, you can introduce them?
Okay. On iNfernity, on the low druid, we have G1 or something, and he's just sending his bear out to do some scouting. In the middle, we have Puck, and Puck is played by Grisine. Then we have some tri-lane or something, or, well, anyway, we've got the Enchantress played by Bucktop, and Bane played by Rio, and Lifestealer played by Mitch.
Yeah, it looks like we might see an aggressive trial lane. It really depends if this Enchantress is gonna continue going here. She wants to go into the, yeah, she wants to go into the Radiant Jungle. This is already countered, a ward being countered though, so RoX.KIS will not be surprised by this. Not at all, and Razor will be very careful. It is a pretty okay hero to gank, like he doesn't really have an escape mechanism, apart from the living armor from the tree.
Oh, he's already so low mid! What the hell?
Yeah, not that good dodging.
Getting himself.
Wow. That is just Shadow Strikes from BZZ.
I have to point out, for a quick sec, that I'm entranced that I can actually see on the minimap where you are looking at the moment.
Yes. I don't see that the same. I don't see that for you though.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. And if you make sure that I don't miss first blood, then that's also awesome too.
Okay, I'll scream when something happens.
And by the way, probably the reason why BZZ was able to harass Grisine so much is because he picked up his orb first, and the minute that BZZ would have found out about that, like, the harassment would be non-stop, purely because he knows, like, there's no way that he can dodge anything right now. But now that he's level 2, it will even out a lot more, and Grisine should be okay here, again, in this middle lane.
They just dewarded something in the forest. iNfernity, they had a thingy there.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, there was no sentry ward up there, was there? Actually,
there was. The short one was right here.
Oh, then they only dewarded the sentry ward. That's kind of interesting. Because, I mean, at the start of the game, you now have that you can only have 2 observer wards, like one set.
True.
And actually, wait a second, there goes the reach.
There, first blood, or maybe not.
Maybe not. Nightmare though. They are setting up for that Razor, looking for the open wound, but it's already on cooldown.
That armor is awesome.
Armor is awesome. You all will be able to stay alive because of it. iNfernity can't really do anything just here. The thing about an aggressive trial lane is that you have got like a couple of things that you can do to make it work. One, you can deny your opponent's farm so that you can slow his farm down, make sure that you have your top lane still farming, like not really winning the lane by getting kills, but at least playing even so that you get ahead in a way. Yeah, so that he gets less than free farm and you still get farm and your top lane is doing good, of course, because he's on the safe lane. Or you can completely kill them off or deny them from getting experience. For now, iNfernity, I mean, they have got the Lone Druid who's doing okay-ish top. In theory, I mean, he's getting the levels, he's not really getting farm though, so I would say this is not really a win for them. The Weaver is actually dominating the top lane. This should not happen. Lone Druid, maybe once he gets level 5 only, will be able to dominate Weaver. Weaver should at least not die until Lone Druid is level 5, but he should not be able to stop Lone Druid from farming that much. Look at his last hits, he's only got 2.
But Weaver is tricky son of a bitch, you know? Yeah, he has Sakuchi and it's very annoying. I mean, he can just disappear whenever he wants.
But you have a bear, you can constantly harass.
You'd think so.
Yeah, you'd think so. Not happening. So, if you were to guess, who is gonna die first? Like, if you have to right now.
Okay, let me think. Let me see for a second. I think Razor is going to die first.
Why?
Because he's squishy, and he's against the tri-lane, and I don't think even armor can save him.
We'll see. There's no real way. Like, the thing is, iNfernity doesn't really have anything to pop Refraction of real fast.
Also, I would want to kill him first because he's gonna carry stuff, right?
Yes, that's his goal. Though Weaver will be doing some of that as well, depending on how much farm he gets.
Yeah, but Weaver is not gonna die first because he has Invis.
Unless there's not gonna be any deaths until Lone Druid gets level 5. Because if Lone Druid gets level 5, then there will be Entangles. And Entangles are the worst. And we actually have got this bear in a lot of harassment. The reason why Tipo is actually winning here is because of the Lich still hanging around. The harassment there is of course quite painful, and he gets forced back. He might actually just go into the jungle because of it. And that will be free farming for the Weaver. And then this Razor here, even if he's not winning his lane, he's doing a good job at keeping people busy. That's a puck still going
Oh my
down
god,
first.
I missed first blood!
Me too. It's okay. Happens. It runs in the family apparently. But Queen of Pain actually picked it up first, so she is still level 4. That's living armor doing work. And Puck level 3 still. I mean, he has got his face shift, but it wasn't enough. It's just harassment. BCZ just winning his lane with the haste rune and with living armor. Able to dive, able to chase. And Puck not able to get out. Let's see though, because Bucktop might be in some trouble here. Looks for the leech seed. Yol can't get it though. There's the static link. Here comes the support. Nightmare will be there from the Bane if need be. But the mere presence of him scares them off. That's them gone. So 11 for 1 for Grazini in the mid lane in terms of last hits. BZZ sitting on 14 to 9, so I mean, next to getting first blood, which is of course great, he's also ahead in last hit, so this puck is not really going to be having that big of an impact before Queen of Pain has. And actually look at this harassment. And he's not even trying to phase shift anything, just because he's waiting for the big damage to go through. Because he's waiting to dodge a Shadow Strike or something like that. But because of that, BZ was just able to harass him. Just freely. Luckily for Grisine, he has a bubble, so he will be able to bottle crow that and, you know, survive a bit longer, but he has to play it really safe. And he is just gonna have to accept that he's playing from behind. And he needs the help of his teammates to stop that from happening. And right now, iNfernity is not really doing that great.
Ouch. Ouch.
Oh, blink forward, living armor, allowing BZ to dive. Can he get another kill here? It looks like almost a Shadow Strike still popping through, and that's gonna be a kill.
Finally, a
there
phase
we
shift.
go. Phase shift was used, but the poison will still go down. Oh, BZZ!
He's gonna both die!
Towers are not friendly if you dive on the towers. Living armor only allows you to dive that much. Queen of Pain still got the first kill though, so she gets the experience.
Enchantress is meeting a thingy in the woods, a tree. Would have thought a tree in the woods, but
Dire's top tower is under
Well,
attack.
Train Protector still level 2. The thing about Train Protector is that he doesn't really get levels. He casts living armor all the time and not really that involved in the lane.
Dire's top tower
Level 2
is
also on the
under
Enchantress
attack.
though, because she's in enemy jungle, can't really farm freely. She's just here to try to make this lane work for iNfernity. I would say it's not really working out. We actually have Lich higher level, he's level 4. You can compare him to the Bane. Bane is also level 4 though, but slightly behind. And of
Lich
course,
is crafty. He's totally harassing this bear guy.
yeah, the bear guy is not having a fun time. Nightmare, Razor. Living armor comes up straight away though, and this is not going to be something that they're going to be able to go up him. And maybe even Lifestealer might be in some trouble. There comes the static link. He does have a rage. Nice and feeble though.
He actually skilled and feeble. I usually don't skill that until the very end.
Well, it depends on who you're up against, because it's a very annoying to spell. If you're up
Well,
against
I
a
guess
hard
against this Razor, it's perfect because he actually leeches damage, and now you counter that somehow.
Yeah, exactly. And you just make last hitting for him a lot harder as well. If he, for example, would have kept it up. But
Enchantress has double damage.
she's still only level 2 though, and she finds a level 7 Queen of Pain.
Oh my god, she's level 2.
Yeah, that's gonna be a dead Enchantress.
Oh.
Nature's Attendants or not. Oh, maybe
Oh
there
my
is.
god.
Now we're gonna follow this. The Shadow Strike is actually getting healed up again. That's gonna be one kill. BZZ though. Oh my god, he might actually decide to chase this. Not quite sure if this is the right call. He doesn't know where he went. He actually expects to know where he went. Blink and scream is all that it takes.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Holy shit. I
Death
would
of
so
a fawn.
flame my teammate at the moment. Okay.
Oh, Lone Druid on the top lane. He's gonna go down as well. That was a dive coming off from the Lich as well as the Weaver. The TP gets cancelled wisely. So it is RoX right now that is just dominating mid, dominating top. They might not be winning bottom, but they're playing even, in which case it's actually working out okay for them because they're just keeping Lifestealer busy, making sure he's not getting free farm. Nobody of iNfernity actually has got free farm, even though Lifestealer's still doing pretty nice on last hits. He's highest for his team. He is only 10 behind the Weaver. I mean, he's not going to be able to do enough right now by himself. He needs that Lone Druid to be higher up on farm, and for now it will take a long time before iNfernity is at that point, and I think that RoX is going to make their move a lot earlier than that.
Well, they've lost top, they've lost mid, and bottom is kind of, well, even.
Yeah.
But that's not good for them.
Not at all.
I think the mood in TeamSpeak must be very grim, or Skype.
True. Though, I mean, one of the things that a lot of Dota players should have, a lot of competitive teams have, is the... Oh, wait a second.
Oh, Lich!
Lone Druid. Nah, he is gonna go
Get
down.
it,
Nice and
get it.
tangled though. Time lapse away from that, and this might actually be the Lone Druid getting
Reaper.
away. Here comes the Bane trying to help out, looking for the vision.
Lich is
Lich!
dead.
Lich is indeed dead. There we go. In the meantime, the tree, or sorry, Nightmare,
Oh
saving
my
that Lone
God.
Druid and then taking it over so that he can still run. Enchantress coming in here. Queen of Pain, BZ with the Invis Rune, looking for a kill. Has got that Sonic Wave. Will look to cast it. There we go. Hits
Nice.
upon two. Enchantress out of the way. But everybody of Infernity is now here. BZ is not ready yet by the looks of it though, and he might actually be changing his mind right now, knowing that everybody of Infernity came top. And with everybody, I actually mean almost everybody. Lifestealer went middle to get some extra farm. But that's the tower then.
Yeah,
On the side
it
of
was
Infernity.
exciting stuff.
It was exciting stuff. So if you were Infernity gaming right now, and apart from, like, the teams on TeamSpeak are probably not that in that good of a mood, but you always, like, the thing about Dota is that you don't hung up too much in what has happened, and actually just try to work with what you got.
I would probably say, let's go 5-man Dodo. Or something, or else if that wouldn't work, at least I want to know what would happen in a 5 versus 5 team fight, and if we lose, then I'd say everybody farm.
Okay, because you
And
can...
meet back here with mech and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, you can right now. Oh, that's an infested puck. There we go. Razor, living armor. I don't think that will save him now, or maybe it will. Yo is only level 5. The leech sheet might be helping out a little bit. This
Oh
puck
my
will end up
God.
going down. Hello, Lich. Welcome to the fight. Mitch, trouble. Mitch looks to be dead. There we go. That's another kill. So now you know you cannot fight, or at least not when you don't have the vision, and that's something that Infernity doesn't really have. They have one map ward right now. You can't 5-man Dota, you have to farm. That is what you have to do. It's gonna be tough though, because RoX is gonna of course try to make use of the advantage that they have. And they can just start taking down towers and try to continue to have their control, and Infernity just have to hope that they allow for that Lone Druid and for Lifestealer to get some farm.
Question.
Yes.
In late game, isn't it Infinity that has the better heroes? Like they have Lone
Yes.
Druid and Lifestealer, and the others only have Weaver. Well, and
And
Razor,
Razor.
I guess. Yeah,
But
Razor
yes,
was
I mean
good.
if you count 15-minute game, then Infernity should be able to take this, especially with the puck. He never really loses presence. I mean that AoE silence that he has is very strong. While Treant Protector and Lich kinda drop behind a bit. They're still useful though, especially the Overgrowth, which of course goes through BKB, but they're not as useful as, for example, that Global Silence. And the Bane with the Fiend's Grip, of course, helping out a lot as well for Infernity. But
Oh,
the
jeez.
thing is, they have to get there first. Looks like Enchantress is gonna have some trouble. Enchantress,
That's him again. Oh, that queen.
yeah, Queen, deadly. There we go. Looks like we're gonna have a Lone Druid falling here too. One more hit from the bug. The bug will get the kill. Bane,
Yeah, he's
Brain Stab.
dead.
That's gonna be a support trying to save his carry. Bane, who is actually still alive, 15 HP, is gonna try to
He's
TP out. Nice Dream Coil coming off from the puck, and it's gonna be enough. Bane lives. Surprise, surprise. But that will allow him to not lose that much gold. I mean, he still doesn't have boots at this stage.
Good stuff. I mean, I'm surprised I don't have more wards. I mean, at the moment, I'd say you want to play Stay Alive.
Yeah, that's
'Cause-
exactly what they want to play.
Well, they don't have much vision. Like, for example, this chick here in the woods, Enchantress.
Yep. I see.
How would she know if someone is coming to gank her just like before?
She actually doesn't. They have one ward, which is on the top lane, with the sentry ward around there, like at the top as well, because they wanted to try and get that Weaver when he was overextending. Talking about overextending, Razor, what are you doing there? I think this might be called overextending.
Oh, he's finally dying. I gotta say, I would like.
Living
to die.
armor, don't count it out just
Oh
yet.
my
He's trying to do
gosh.
what he can before he dies, but die he
No,
will.
already. I mean, that was so frustrating. They tried to kill him like 3 or 4 times, and every time stupid armor. I mean, I'd be very mad at right now, and probably a lot of relieved now that he's dead. Now that he's died once at least.
Important kill as well. He was level 8, so they took him down, got a lot of experience from that. But it looks like RoX will be able to take down the last tier 1 from Infernity after that. Whoa,
This
wait a
queen is on fire! Holy shit!
second. She died once though, but
Yeah, but she
she's got
keeps
6.
owning stuff. But I guess this is her perfect time because it's not late game yet, and her spells are still strong.
Yeah, and she's out leveling the rest. I mean, if you look at the levels in total, you can do that by pressing E, by the way. If you press the E on your keyboard, you can see all the levels. You see like everybody of RoX is higher level than everybody of Infernity
Wait,
almost.
how do you see that?
Press E on your keyboard. once.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then, I mean, you have the Queen of Pain sitting at level 9. Weaver's still higher. He got solo kills. I mean, he hasn't died yet. He's got solo kills. He's 2 for 1 for 1. 2 for 0 for 1. He's level 10. But still Queen of Pain a lot higher. And, I mean, a level 9 Queen of Pain versus a level 5 Enchantress. Almost level 6, so, oh, there we go, level 6. It's gonna be very painful.
Yeah, I really do keep forgetting how much different this is than pub games. I mean,
Dire's middle
Enchantress
tower
is
under
so
attack.
selfless. I mean, she hardly buys stuff for herself. She just does things for the team.
Yeah, she got an urn, she got awards. She has to kind of, like, normally you would want to have your Bane to be able to do all the hard supporting, but because he also died, or he actually hasn't died yet, but because he also has a tough time, there's no towers down, and that's normally the one way that your supports are gonna get gold. He has to buy boots, like, you have to allow him to buy boots. So Enchantress kind of taking up the role there and also helping out. In the end, you want to have your Enchantress maybe a bit of a semi-carry if your farm allows it, but at this point, it's hard enough to get farm upon the Lifestealer and upon the Lone Druid as it is, without Enchantress taking all the jungle creeps. So the Lone Druid has to get all the jungle creeps, because that's where he can farm safely right now. You have to allow farm for them. A Lone Druid who has got 1800 gold, looks like he might still go for a Radiance. I'm actually quite surprised about that. It kind of, like, it fits. They want to go late game, I understand. It fits. It actually goes Hand of Midas still first. The question is, you pick up a Hand of Midas, you're saying this game is going to last for another 20 minutes, because otherwise that Hand of Midas is not worth it.
Well, they totally warded everything. They're afraid of Weaver.
I don't blame them.
But at least they're sticking together now in the forest a bit. I think that's wise.
Yeah, I have to hold on just as long as they can. Try to get some farm. Just hope that RoX doesn't get too much in return and tries to...
Okay, this is not good. There's a tree spotting our bear. Okay, he's very low. He's like, okay, see you.
Yep. Enchantress coming around, but not able to do anything with that. Because right now, the thing that RoX is doing is actually very good for iNfernity. Because RoX is roaming around a lot. We see BZ with an Invis rune.
Well, I think they're gonna push the bottom lane.
Yeah, I think Puck is actually quite dead.
Oh my god. It's zero chance of survival.
Oh yeah, I mean that was just like 2 people force him back and Queen of Pain sitting there waiting for him to come. It's like, okay, yeah.
And he didn't phase shift. He could have dodged both of those, maybe.
No, because he, like, BZ was an Invis rune, and if you cast that Sonic Wave from out of your Invis,
okay,
it doesn't show you until you actually already, you know, until he was dead.
Oh yeah, I didn't think
So it was just way too fast. The tower will go down, will get split actually. I don't think that was the intention, it looks like...
Yeah, and Weaver is absolutely not being pushed away at all. Like, he's just... Oh god, you guys, he's an ultimate!
Nice! Is there enough
and he
damage
just used his ultimate so he can't...
oh, the Link is ready, but the Dream Coil's still there. Puck comes in, they might be able to get this, but where's the vision? There's the vision! The Shukushi back again soon, the Entangle makes invisible, that's a kill. Nightmare up on Yol, still Overgrowth. Nightmare taking over, are they gonna chase him? I don't think so, but that's a good kill for iNfernity again. That was the highest level hero on the map.
And good for Lone Druid, because Lone Druid needs to get strong.
Yes, he does. He does. In the meantime, Lich is building the mechanism for his team. RoX is actually kind of slow with that. I mean, it's still gonna be a decent timing, but it's considering how well they have been doing, it's actually kind of slow mechanism for him. They have kind of dropped their pace. We see that back in the gold graph as well. It went up a lot faster before than it did now. It's going past the 10k though. But as long as iNfernity can keep it even from now on and keep them from losing too much and from feeding too much, because that's important, they might be able to have a chance late game, because indeed that's their hope. And the hope that our RoX.KIS is just overextending. In the meantime,
I'm gonna root for them for iNfernity. I have to pronounce it. iNfernity, yeah. Yeah.
Looks like Bear is in some trouble. There's only the pet though. The main hero already was able to get away. Mitch, silence up. Here comes the Nature's Attendant.
Mitch, my man. It's not good. That's not good at all. Get out! Okay, he's dead.
He's dead. I think Bucktop is quite dead as well. We do have a blink forward there, and that's gonna be a kill.
Oh my god, what are you guys doing? It's not helping your cause.
Oh, the living armor on BZZ is so annoying. That didn't allow Puck to go for him. And of course the Orchid ready on BZZ as well. That's kind of the entire counter to Puck that you want to have. And Puck doesn't even have a blink dagger yet or anything yet. Normally in a game like this you want to have your Puck be able to buy time for your 2 carries. But because Puck had such a bad time middle,
Oh my god, Puck
he's
is
not
having a
gonna do
bad
that.
time now.
Yeah, Puck will actually drive from the tick right now.
Oh,
There we go.
jeez.
Meantime, Bane will try to stay alive, but will end up going down as well. That's a double kill for BZZ. Godlike for him right now. He gets entangled though, but he blinks away into safety.
All that crowd control.
Yep.
Well, I gotta say, I am rooting for them, but it's looking really grim. And I mean, I think my team would be flaming me like for standing around at the front lines and getting killed off and stuff.
Oh, look at that Lich
Ooh, that
ulti bouncing
ultimate.
through. Lich doing what he does best. It does allow for Razor to back off. It might not be able to kill off anybody, but it did buy time for Razor to actually walk away because everybody of iNfernity had to do the whole Delta split thing.
Lich is actually just standing in the bushes.
Nope. He's gonna get his mechanism right now, so he doesn't really have to leave. He can get mana again with his sacrifice.
Dire's top tower.
In the meantime, BCZ finds himself another Enchantress to kill. 3 gold for him. He's 12 to 1 to 1.
Yeah, that's just too easy for him now.
And I mean, he only has 1 assist. The rest of the kills he took for himself. He's been in 13 out of the 15 kills of RoX in total.
Well, no wonder he's highest level.
Yeah, level 13 right now.
I
Past
can
the-
imagine Infernity is getting pretty desperate now.
Yeah, they just have to hope that they can get the time to farm up. Lone Druid with a Hand of Midas kinda
Dire's middle
kinda
tower has
didn't
fallen.
give himself much choice in terms of what kind of build he goes for. He has to go late game. Like normally you would maybe think like you go for something like a Maelstrom or something. That's not that expensive, but you can use it to fight fairly early on. Same thing goes for Lifestealer. You can get his drums, he can get his phase boost. He actually is going for the armlet still first, which is also good to have. But he doesn't have that yet. Almost has it
Oh, he's
now.
getting a gem!
Gem for the Lich. Want to be able to stop all the warding. That means that it's just the choking strat at the moment. Just make sure that
Jesus.
iNfernity cannot farm. This is the only thing that they need to do. Time to farm, time to get gold.
Yeah, but they're not gonna allow him to. I mean, look at the mini-map. It's now almost all green, when before it was still half red.
Yeah, we still have 1 ward at the high ground, but I think that's not gonna last very long anymore.
No, not with the gem. Oh, it's Roshan time! Okay, I missed half of that.
No, it's okay, I didn't, so that's why you have 2 sets of eyes. But A just picked up for the Queen of Pain, which is quite surprising, because he's not
How is that
dying.
surprising? I mean, he's the one that's owning everyone.
Yeah, but he's not dying.
Yeah, but he has to be alive for owning stuff, so I think it's a good choice.
Yeah, of course, if you pick up the Queen of Pain for the Aegis, she can burst out all her mana, die, suicide if she wants to, and then come back with all her mana. Looks like she wants to go for the puck here. The silence is there. This should be a kill fairly easy. And that was a
Yeah,
kill
this
steal.
is just one-sided. I mean, I feel like she's just playing with them a bit.
Yeah. Looking for
Especially
next
the
target.
Enchantress and Puck. So squishy.
Yeah, maybe now iNfernity is gonna get that first tower though, but they will trade for that tier 3 by the looks of it. Lone Druid is pushing on the top lane, knows that he needs more time. He actually got 3k gold, so he managed to get some nice farm, or some okay farm. He's highest farm for his team, but he still wants to have his Radiance, and
Radiant's
right now I don't think Radiance is gonna cut it. Like, Radiance is nice if you out-level people. Oh, there comes the Lich
Oh,
ult. This is a
man.
Lone Druid walking into his death right now. There we go. That's gonna be a Lich with a kill. Razor already killed
He's
up the
got one!
Enchantress.
He's got one! He's got the Razor!
Yeah, Fiend's Grip was there, but the mechanism will keep
Never
everybody up,
mind.
and that is a team wipe. iNfernity.
I mean, they could just push for the... Well, maybe not
Dire's
even
middle
building, but...
barracks are under attack.
No,
I think they could finish now if they wanted to?
I think so. I think they can, like, they have enough sustainability with their mechanism.
Yeah, because they don't really have to go anywhere, because they can just heal everybody up every time.
Exactly, they have a living armor, they have got that tree, and they don't need to force things out. The upside for iNfernity is that their heroes are fairly low level, so they might actually be able to do something still, but yeah, like you just said, I mean, they have a lot of sustainability, they can just stick around here. And they are gonna do that. iNfernity, though, I admire their persistence.
I have a question.
Bottom
Yes.
tower
Does it happen often in pro games that they just go for the throne and not get like all the racks first?
Sometimes. Not
'Cause I
often.
feel like they always get all the racks first. It's just like we have to be certain we're winning.
Yeah, sometimes. But this is a GG call.
has fallen.
It really depends on the situation of the game. Of course, this was only game 1, so maybe game 2 is gonna be offering something more to iNfernity. iNfernity, who only got here, by the way, by beating Kada earlier on in the group stages. That's how they managed to get to the winners bracket final. They got dropped down to the loser bracket by Fnatic, and we're gonna see if RoX can make it a 2-0, or if iNfernity can force out a game number 3. By the looks of it, this game was just RoX.KIS all the way. By dominating mid, and making sure that the top lane was won by 2 dual lanes, making sure that the tri lane of iNfernity couldn't really do anything. They just dominated the entire game, never gave iNfernity a chance. So it will be a game going the way of them. Hey! Of course, this was your first time casting. How did you think?
Yeah, I have to say, I feel I have renewed respect for what you do, because half of the time you were just, I was like, well, the game is going on, and you just had stuff to say. I'm like, oh yeah, and there's that, you know, because I had absolutely nothing to say, because sometimes they were just, I don't know, they were just like hitting creeps. What do you talk about? I think that's pretty difficult. But every time I didn't say anything, you just launched into something else. It was pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to say. Like, there's a team, there's 10 players doing things. So in theory, there's normally never nothing.
I also have renewed respect for co-casters, because sometimes when you have this whole stream of words coming out of your mouth, and I'm just like, I have to focus right now. I have to focus on what you're saying. It's like it goes in one ear, goes out the other, and I can just say, yeah, that's about right. And I don't know.
I have to say, like, that's the same thing for me sometimes with co-casters, though. Like, if you have a good co-caster, and like a professional player, I mean, then he always said like super smart stuff, and you have to like, oh my god, he just said everything I wanted to say in one sentence. What am I gonna say now?
Yeah. That sucks.
So I mean, that's and then you can't listen to what he has to say because you have to think of something new.
Well, I can't imagine that you have to cast when you're tired, because then you really just zone out half the time, I'd expect.
Welcome to coffee.
Yeah.
Well, of course, this was game number 1. We are gonna jump ourselves to game number 2, so stick around. RoX.KIS versus iNfernity Gaming, or iNfernity RS rather, and we are gonna see if RoX can make it a 2-0 or if iNfernity can force out a game number 3. This is the loser bracket of the RaidCall EMS One Summer 2013 Group Stage Group B, and we're gonna jump ourselves out of this game. Here comes the outros. Stick around for more Dota 2 action in just a moment.
Is it gone? Oh, shit. Brought to you by SheeverGaming.